This is the worst road ever known. Look at this road. This road's like a death trap of rocks. I hate driving on the dirt in general, but look at these rocks. These are like the worst rocks ever known. This road is horrible. But I don't like my car on dirt because it's a Toyota, kind of low to the ground. Doesn't do good on dirt or bumps or rocks. But boy, this is like a lethal road to a car that's too low to the ground and really shouldn't be driven around on the dirt. Much less the rocks and the like holes and stuff. And I brought gross losers here that could not talk shit against God enough in the car. All I did was pass out the most horrifying, unthinkable things with a bunch of gods that you can put in human souls. They were so fucking god gross. And then there's a car that blocked me in. So they were going to some wedding, blah, blah, blah. They're just hated of God, dead people. And they blocked the car behind me, blocked me in. So I started driving around thinking, well, maybe it goes in a circle. I didn't pay attention because I didn't want to just sit there around a bunch of hated of God, dead soul people. The dead, their soul stinks like shit. So like they had perfume on and shampoo and all these smells like they were important or special. And their soul stunk like shit. When a man shoves their dick in them, because they were all females, he realizes their inner self is turd shit. The hated of God make men's dicks sick and repulsed. Unless it's a shitty dick too. So people like that marry other hated of God shit dick people. So men with a shitty God hate kind of soul have sex with shitty women like that are God hate and stink like shit from their soul. So usually people of the God hate are 666 on their forehead type proportions. They just tend to stick among their own kind and marry their own kind. The stinky, shitty, spiritually dog shit stink hated God people. Because like if you have an actual good man who's an actual real good man, it's like Sword in the Stone. It's like a Sword in the Stone movie. Their dick goes into a woman and it's shit. It's hated of God, sickening, horrifying shit. And a good man's dick feels like it's gonna fall off. And it has shoved its sword into the most disgusting stone ever known. Because of course good people don't like bad, disgusting people. Or hated of God, bad, disgusting, criminal, God hate, gross people. And when you're a very good boy and you have sex with a very good girl, it's more like a penis of beautiful cuteness diving into a beautiful like flower arrangement. So girls that are very good girls are like really pretty flower arrangements in their soul, and it comes out in everything they do, including sex. And boys are not more like a flower arrangement. They're more like the beauty of like fancy cologne straight out of their souls. And it's all manliness cologne, so women really like those things. Which is why you tend to find a lot of good boys and good girls that just gravitate towards each other and like to be with each other. Because out of the abundance of their good heart and their good soul and their good brain, they deserve good things like each other. But no, this was a wedding of very, very hated of God, disturbing. Like, seriously, every God could not hate them enough every second they were in the car. It was just some scheduled ride. I really wished I didn't schedule it. I was just sitting out, knowing I couldn't do Walmart today, just taking whatever scheduled rides or whatever rides popped up. I didn't use my powers to think about it, and I should have. The gods sat on top of the car and could not hate their disgusting, stinky, putrid, gross, hated of God existences enough. And I was like, uh-oh, I really shouldn't have picked up this ride. But hopefully just put 1 star and never be subjected to gods, so they can sit at home and laugh that God's such a fucking nothing joke, because they aren't ever going to be important to God. Obviously, gods hate them very much. If they'd sit on top of my car and never-endingly do sickening, punish, overloaded things to their souls the whole damn time, they really hate those people. Whatever they have done makes gods hate them beyond words. So hopefully they'll just never end up in this car again. But I thought, well, since I'm giving this ride to people that gods obviously cannot venomously hate enough, I might, want to teach the children of God that maybe it's better to think or say my queen, my queen, my queen, and have like a divine appointment when you get a boyfriend or husband. Kind of like when your parents schedule a marriage. In the old days, parents would schedule marriages, and parents would pick the best scheduled person for the marriage. This is a really good time to bring up my queen, my queen, my queen, so you guys can talk to the gods directly, to always be with a girl or boy that wouldn't make you sexually sick, and someone that you can feel very proud to be with. You have to worry the human race will never walk up and shake your hand and say that they murdered, which is why murderers often have spouses that had no idea. People will not tell you how gross or disgusting or sickening they are against God, man, or anyone else. They'll always justify that what they're doing is not as bad as whatever anybody who murders or is really bad does. So if they laugh or do something overly gross against God that's right in front of you, that's never where it ended, dears. So hold tight to my queen, my queen, my queen, and try to maybe get pre-arranged marriages or relationships from the gods. So you always are finding the perfect little girl of the flower bouquet and the perfect little boy of the manly cologne. And staying away from really bad, gross things that never tell you they're gross, bad, disgusting, secret things they do. Because they wait for other disturbing, gross people like them and then talk about how gross they are in secret together. But they never shake somebody's hand and tell everybody they're gross and every god hates them for a lot of very sickening reasons. I hope that helps you poor, naive children of God.